Hi, our school uses the Destiny system, and I was exploring the different cataloging features in it, and we were asked to try and find something other than a book, some different materials. So I thought it would be interesting to explore a little bit. And under material types, you can choose different things down here. And I tried putting in the sound recording, non-musical, and searching that way, which was good, or with music, or just an ebook. But what I'm going to show today is if I just wanted to know what books we maybe had on CD, what was available for that. And so I would just put CD up here, and I'm just going to do keyword and leave this any type. And when I do that, I have a search. There are 90 different items that are located by just the CD search. Now, looking down, I thought it was interesting that if the call number identifies it as a sound recording, it's helpful to see the little speaker there. Looking down more, you can see if it's a cassette specifically, which is helpful, or if it's CD identified right here in the call number, which is also helpful when you're just looking. Up here, we also have some that are identified as BB, which is book bag. And most of ours that are either a cassette or a CD or part of a book bag, which would have the book that goes along with it, are cataloged in the professional section so that they're for teacher use, but students aren't checking them out, um, so that that media um, just stays longer. And just books are checked out by the students. So I found that to be interesting. However, sometimes, as was noted in our book, when you catalog it, it will come up as a book when it really isn't. So I was curious since I typed in CD in the search, but it came up as a book down here, if this was really a book or if it was a CD. So if I go and click in here in the title, I'm up here in the MARC view, and I can look down and see I'm checking the ISBN. There's a couple different ones, and it both has trade binding. So I'm going to look down a little farther here to see what I find. Um, and when I get to the physical description in the 300s, I see the physical description of the book, but then um, I also see down here that it's a sound disc. So I know that it is a CD. And then if I look down here in the notes, I can see that it's a CD and it includes all these different poems. So that is helpful as you're searching. Another thing I did want to note, which is kind of funny, and this is for someone who was new to cataloging, and I'm kind of doing on-the-job training. I noticed my first year in, it would bother me when I would go to catalog and I would look it up, and the title would look like this, and it wouldn't be capitalized. As an English teacher in my BC life before kids, or before children, that would have bugged me with the title needing to all be capitalized. And then when the students look and see that, in my mind, it was reinforcing the incorrect way to use the grammar on a book title. So I would go in and I would change these to make sure they were capitalized. I noticed that someone else down here was perhaps doing the same thing. This is my first year in this library. But I just thought that was a little funny thing. Our book clarified that just for the ease of transferring and reading, that only the first word was capitalized and the rest were left lowercase. So it's just good to have that additional instruction. I've enjoyed examining things in the catalog here and finding out why they're cataloged the way they are. And this would be another one I'd want to take a peek at. Is this a book or is it actually a CD? Thanks for listening.